Hello everyone, I'm Melanie,
And I'm Moon.
and we are here today in our Cosmic Conversations to talk to you about shadow work. And
Root work.
so there's been a lot of miscommunication, a lot of misinformation on what both of those things are, honestly. And so we really wanted to kind of talk about that to kind of clear the air, hopefully help bring some clarity to people who are wondering, who are curious, who are questioning, or who just don't even know what the heck.
Right.
So I want you to go ahead and talk about shadow work.
So, shadow work to me is being able to pull up all the things of the past or the present that give you the ick. Things that you judge in other people usually reflects back into you. It's being able to, for me, work through my traumas and bring peace and light to it, and so I can leave those doors closed and sealed with, love. It's being able to work, like I said, work through the things that give me the ick, things that bug me, things that irritate me, and so I can bring both my dark and my light side to create a whole me. It's making peace with everything that maybe I don't like about myself, and that way I am whole.
Right, right. I love that. That's exactly how I would put it too. We all have things, we all go through things that we're not proud of. We are strong and we are mighty and we can do harm. And so really learning to forgive ourselves in those moments is huge. And that is shadow work. That is shadow
Is
work.
being able to love yourself in all aspects of yourself, because we all make mistakes, we all have our ups and downs, and being able to remain that neutral ground through it is what matters. Oof, oof, oof. I also think it's important, what we were talking about is you do not have to go out and seek anyone to do your shadow work or to do your root work. You need to do what feels right for you.
Yep.
I think it's important, like, hey, I don't know what this is. Can you tell me a little bit about it? And then you take that home and go do it. So seeking advice and general understanding, but only you can do the work.
I agree. That's very important. And it's important that you do the work, because until then you're going to be seeing parts of yourself that you judge so harshly in other people. And then maybe come down even more hard on them because you're not willing to see your stuff.
Right.
So another thing is root work. So root work, I've heard many different thoughts about this, and I'm going to give you my own observation and through what I do. To me, root work is going back in the past after you've, and this goes right along with shadow work in my opinion too, because when you're doing the shadow work, you're seeing the ugly stuff, the stuff that nobody likes to really post out on billboards, guess what I did?
It makes you feel icky and uncomfortable, but that's just
Right.
when you need to give yourself the grace.
Right. And so to me, in those moments, root work is really looking at those moments where you're behaving less than you are proud of. And you're saying, okay, so where did I learn that this was okay? Where was that? Because we all learn everything. We come into this world and, we aren't necessarily given, okay, these are the rules,
Right.
this is how we human,
Right.
you learn things as you go. And so where you learned them from is very, very important, because that helps you heal. That helps you go forward, and really it helps that close that door even
Right.
faster and make it more secure. So it's like, yes, I know what I'm capable of. I know what I went through. A lot of people find traumas in this area, where they're just like, I had no idea, a repressed memory,
Right.
something from their past, even ancestral or past life, depending
Right.
on their belief system, right?
Yeah, the one image that comes to my head is the older generation yelling at the kid to express, and then that's carried on, and then that's carried on, and you wonder, like, why am I even yelling at you? Do I
Right.
have to get this high to make you understand or help you understand something?
Right.
That root, to me, like we were just talking about, root is the shadow work root, and you're gonna uproot it and bring it to light.
Absolutely.
To make peace with it.
Right, because you can't be ashamed of it. You know, you're human. Congratulations, you make mistakes.
We all got the icky stuff, but we all got the beautiful stuff too.
Yeah, and it's really important that you do the root work so that in your shadow work you can be able to forgive yourself a little bit easier. And drawing back to, I see that wounded me, you know, I know where I learned that from. I see it. I can forgive myself a lot easier because I have that understanding.
Right, and I think having an open mind and being aware and, what's the word? Acceptance. Acceptance is the word that comes to my head, and having the patience with yourself, because the more you dig and the more you get to those roots, the more and more stuff you're going to have to accept with an open mind, you know? That is something you've learned, that is something you went through, that is something that helps shape you to make you you.
Right. And on that note, you are beautiful. You're amazing.
In all entirety.
You're so strong. And I'm so proud of you. This is not an easy journey. Nobody and anybody who says that it is not in it.
Nope.
This is hard work. You're doing the dirty work. You
But
know?
you get to live in the flower. You get to live in the authentic bliss that is you.
You get to really bloom.
Yeah.
I love
Spicy.
our little flower. But
I love it.
so, you know, being gentle with yourself through the process of shadow work too is very, very important. You know, we all have things that we're not proud of. Thankfully, we are not celebrities, so it's not posted on billboards or in magazines or anything. We do have that. But, you know, really, really loving yourself, because there's nobody out there in this world who can love you the way that you need to love you, because you need to know that you're worth it.
Right. And your self-love reflects in your outer relationships too. That's why in here is the most important relationship you will have, because that is how you experience the bliss of other people going through self-love and all these beautiful things.
And I wanted to tell you too that, you know, it is very much doing this, you might get told you're selfish, you know, and that's
Selfish.
It's great, you know. It's a great excuse for those who don't want to do the work. But I honestly, and like I said, I think we said in our last video, how putting the mask over your face before you put the mask over the face of someone next to you, you know, that is in itself, I guess, by those meanings, selfish.
But how can you help others if you can't breathe?
Right, exactly. And so while you're doing your job to breathe, you're also showing others that it's possible. You know, there's a lot of people in this world that would love to see you fail, and maybe there are some that have, but you've kept going. And they will always pay attention to that. Even if they're not saying something, they will always pay attention to how you got back up and continued forward. And then that's how they learn. And if you're a mom, you know, you're teaching your children, your young ones, how to keep going. You know, and yes, we are yucky. We do bad things. Sometimes we stick our fingers in light sockets. Sometimes we have temper tantrums.
And we touch those hot burners just to see. just to see.
But you know, it's about how you react in that. You know, if you're able to come back and instead of say, oh my gosh, I'm so blah, 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 you know, say, okay, you know what? I'm okay. I am alive. I am healthy. I am a human. I forgive myself for being human because I have no choice.
Right. I think the word that comes in my mind is to be divinely selfish. To be able to say, I am worth this, and, you know, access to me is a privilege. And it may come off as arrogant or whatever, but egotistical, but you're choosing to love you and to shine your light because you did the dirty work and you love you at the end of the day. And to get there is absolutely amazing, because then, like she's saying, I get to teach my own daughter. I respect my mind, I love my body, I love myself, and she'll teach other kids that too. And it's a very, very powerful space to hold yourself in a place of love and support that comes from you. You're not seeking this out anywhere else. You may have friends that help enhance it and alive it more, but it comes from your foundation. And that's why getting to the root is so important.
Yep, I agree. And you know, sometimes community is very important. Having someone who can help guide you, who can talk you through it, so a coach, you know, a therapist, somebody.
Even just to listen, to sort through all the thoughts, because sometimes this bubble is like so many different colors of yarn, and it takes someone to go, oh, there's that one, and then you have some straight colors.
Right.
And it makes it easier.
Right.
But yeah, community definitely does help.
Yeah. So, you know, loving yourself, kind of putting yourself in community, or letting yourself find a community who can love you and support you and be there with you through the dirty stuff. You know, there's not many people who can be there for you, or who are willing to, in a non-judgmental zone. And to that note, if you're in the Boise area, I do every Sunday, I try to every Sunday do a drum circle with a meditation here in my office. And so if you're feeling the need to get around people, community, a sacred space where you can just be and not judged, please join us.
It's absolutely amazing.
I love it. We have drums, we have other instruments that, you know, we help and we have bring. And so if you don't have an instrument and you just really want to come and get that out, you're still welcome.
You can dance, you can sing, you can sit in the middle of the circle, you can cry. It is such a safe place and a beautiful way to start off the week.
Absolutely.
It really, really is.
I'm so glad.
The first time I came to a drum circle, she has her eyes closed. And she's giving us beautiful love and all these things. And she goes, and if you're into judge, there's the door. And I open my eyes because I'm like, is anyone going to leave? Nobody left. And we were all able to express and find a rhythm that just fit the circle perfectly. And so much magic happens in those circles.
Yeah.
So definitely come check us out if you're feeling it.
Yeah.
Because it's so fun.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I can have that ability to share this space.
And we also record them too.
Yes. And we will be posting those on our YouTube channel, so that you can listen to them, so that you can jam out with them, so that you can heal with them and feel a part of something. Because that's the most important thing in my eyes. So love yourself. Love who you are. Let others learn how to love themselves and accept themselves, and encourage them to do the shadow work and the root work, because they're worth it just as you are.
Be a little selfish. You deserve it.
Yeah, you do. All right. We are sending you so much love and so much light. And I really, really hope today is intentionally, if not otherwise, a wonderful day for you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.